wait a minute. How am I able to eat a massive burger like that and still burn body fat? I'm going to take it back to earlier in the day and show you how. So this evening I'm going out for a meal with my dad for his birthday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I track my macros whilst eating out. This is going to allow you to enjoy stuff like birthdays, social events, and help you stay on track with your diet. Alright, so tonight we're going to a place called Dizzy's. It's an American burger diner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search the website up online. So I'm just going to go to their website. There we go. And I'm going to scroll down, see if they display their nutritional information online. Okay, by the looks of things, they don't share their nutritional value of their food online. Some restaurants choose to do that and some don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my approach to eating out at those restaurants that don't display their nutritional information online. Alright, so what we want to do is go to the menu. We've got the main menu here. Alright, so I'm going to choose what I want. Okay, that looks good to me. Gut buster. So 2 6-ounce burgers topped with any 2 toppings, served with fries and salad. So we've got the toppings there: maple bacon, crispy bacon, pulled pork, runny egg, pineapple, chili, Monterey Jack cheese, blue cheese sauce, jalapenos, and barbecue sauce. So I think I'm going to go for the runny egg and barbecue sauce. Obviously the egg's going to add a little bit more protein. I want to avoid going for the cheese, as cheese is really high in fat, and when you're eating at a restaurant they'll really pile it on. I know the meat from the burgers is going to be relatively high in fat anyway, so I want to try and cut back where I can. So what I'm going to do now is log on to MyFitnessPal on my phone. Alright, so as you can see, I've already entered my first meal of the day, which I'm going to eat when I get to work. So I've got some green beans and mini chicken fillets. I've got my second meal added in there. Just a couple of apples, some rice cakes and a banana. Just some quick easy carbs right before my workout. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go to meal 3. Okay, so this is going to be the meal that I'm eating at the restaurant. So what I'm going to do is look at the menu once again. So we got 2 6-ounce burgers, and I'm going to search here for a beef patty, 6-ounce search. Alright, so we've got a few different options here. So this one here I can see is a 6-ounce no bun beef patty. So I'm going to click on that one, and on the menu you can see we've got 2 6-ounce burgers. So what I'm going to do is change the quantity there to 2, enter, and that's logged on there. So I'm going to check the macros for that. So we've got about 32 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs and 80 grams of protein, coming in at 620 calories. So to me that seems about right for 2 burgers. They're obviously going to be cooked in oil, so the fat content's going to be high, so 32 grams seems about right. Alright, I'm assuming the burger's going to come on a brioche bun, so I'm going to search on MyFitnessPal for that right now. Search brioche burger bun, and we've got one there from Tesco. So macros should be pretty similar to the one in a restaurant. 3.9 grams of fat, 29.6 carbs and 6.7 protein. So I'm going to add that on. And like I said, the toppings I've decided to go for is going to be a runny egg and barbecue sauce. So I'm just going to input that now. So search for fried egg. There we go, whole cooked, fried. Add, and then barbecue sauce. So 2 tablespoons, sounds about right. 14 grams carbs. Put that one on there. So it says here that the meal comes with fries and salad. So I've actually decided to swap out the fries for a baked potato. A baked potato is going to contain a lot less fat than a portion of fries, and the burger itself is going to contain a lot of fat. So I want to try and cut back there, as I don't want to go over my macros. So I'm just going to input a jacket potato here. And then we've got one there, 250 grams, which is about an average size of a baked potato. 204 calories. So I'm going to have one of those. I'm actually going to have another one on the side, so I'll change that to 2. Tick. Submit that. So we've got the full meal here. We've got the burger, bun, egg, barbecue sauce, and jacket potatoes. So it comes in at 1,364 calories, which is a quite high calorie meal, but that's to be expected as I am eating out at a restaurant. So what I'm going to do now is plan the rest of my food around what macros I have left. Now, are the macros that I've just entered there onto MyFitnessPal going to be exactly the same as the meal I'm eating out? No, they're not, but it's going to be good enough to allow me to enjoy my meal and stay on track with my diet. Just keep it simple, eat a little bit less earlier in the day, make sure you keep your protein high, try not to take it too seriously, and track what you can. At the end of the day, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to enjoy the time with your family and friends, eating out. Alright, so the time is 12 o'clock, it's midday now. I've been working for about 4.5 hours and I still haven't eaten anything. So what I'm doing today is something called intermittent fasting. So what intermittent fasting is it's an approach to dieting whereby you only eat within a certain period of the day. So what you'll do is you'll have a fasting period where you're fasting, you're not eating any calories, and then you'll have an eating window. So the period of time during the eating window will differ person to person. Some people will have an 8-hour eating window, some people have a 6-hour eating window, some people have a 4-hour eating window. It really comes down to personal preference and your own schedule and what works best for you. So it's important to know that intermittent fasting is not going to burn any more fat than if you was to split your meals up regularly into 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day. As long as you're consuming the exact amount of calories that you would have consumed when eating more frequent meals, you're going to get exactly the same results. The main benefit is you're just able to eat bigger meals. So for example, I could fast up until 12 o'clock midday, eat between 12 p.m. and 6 o'clock at night, and then fast for the rest of the evening. You could change it every now and again. Some days you may want to eat for 8 hours. Some days you may want to eat for 4 hours. So what intermittent fasting does is it allows you to have bigger meals, higher calorie meals, as you're eating less frequently. So normally you may space out your meals into about 4, 5, 6 meals per day. When comparing that to intermittent fasting, you might only be eating 2 meals per day, as you're only eating within 6 to 7 hours maybe. So these meals will be a lot bigger, a lot more satisfying, and a lot more filling. When starting out doing intermittent fasting, you may struggle, you may feel really hungry to begin with, but if you're interested in doing it, it's important to try and stick with it. Some of my tips to avoid feeling hungry throughout the fasting period is to keep busy. Like me, for example, I've been working all morning, I've been very busy today. Keeping myself occupied is going to keep my mind off food. Another thing you can do is drink plenty of water and black coffee as well. It's got 0 calories in, so I've been drinking this throughout the day to help keep my mind off food and to keep me energized. So the amount of time you eat for during your eating window, it's not set in stone, it's down to you to decide how long you want to eat for. I don't like to give myself a set time where I'm going to say I'm only going to eat at this time until this time. I kind of just go with how I feel. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to fast for as long as I can until I literally really feel that I need to eat something, or right before I need to train, and then I'll get some calories in me. So the reason I've chosen to do intermittent fasting today is because I'm going out for a meal this evening. Therefore, I want to save as many calories as I can, so then I can enjoy the meal as much as possible. I don't do intermittent fasting every day. I like to use it as a tool with my dieting every now and again. It doesn't work for everyone. Some people it works for better than others. Just give it a try, see what you think. But days like this, when you're going out for a meal, I really recommend doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check back in with you when I eat my first meal and I break my fast, and I'll show you what I'm eating. Alright, so the time is now 2:15. I'm just about to have my first meal. So what we got here is 500 grams of steamed green beans and 115 grams of chicken breast. So not the most exciting meal in the world, but what it is it's high in fibre and high in protein. So when you're going out to eat, a lot of the time you're not going to be able to get a very high fibre meal unless you're going for something like a salad. So I'm making sure I'm hitting my fibre intake nice and early today by eating these green beans. Also want to make sure I'm hitting my protein intake for the day, hence the chicken. Okay, so this meal is really low in fat. When going out to restaurants, most of the time a meal is going to be very high in fat. Therefore I wanted to keep this meal as lean as possible. Okay, so I'm about to eat this now and I'll catch up with you a bit later. The only other food I ate was an apple, banana and some rice cakes which I had pre-workout. After eating that burger tonight, I just finished off the evening with a little bit more chicken just to make sure I hit my protein intake. So when I look at my macros for the day, 180 grams of protein, 215 carbs and 55 fats, just what I was aiming for. So I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has helped you out, please give the video a like, leave a comment below. See you later. Alright, I'm assuming the burger is going to come on a brioche bun, so I'm going to search on MyFitnessPal for that right now. Thanks Char, ruining my video.